Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. We are the Odds Couple. We come to you from SportsbookReview.com, SBROdds.com. It's Week 12 in college football. Complete chaos everywhere. But in the midst of the chaos, we're still doing calls with Troy West from TroyWins.com, and we're going to cover a couple of interesting games. The second one we're going to cover is one that I have a lean on. I'm not sure if it would be nice to hear what he has to say about it. First one, though, is going to be Washington State and Colorado. Now, Washington State, of course, last year was just an ATS covering machine, and this year, Colorado has been the ATS covering machine in the Pac-12. They stumbled just a little bit. They had a 10-point win as a 13-point favorite 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Last game, they went back to covering ways. They've covered all but one game this year. Yeah. Washington State, though, not an easy team to play in at any week, in any point, in any locale, with any point spread.
They
wouldn't want to be fading them.
Weekend.
Yeah, Washington State, nice call. So right now the line is 4 or 4.5 in favor of Colorado. Wouldn't want to bet against either of these teams. So we'll see what Troy has to say. Mike Brown, do you have any play on this one?
Actually, I don't, but I'm going to wait and hear what Troy has to say. Again, he gets that edge out there. So I've been looking at it. It's on my radar, but I'm really impressed with Washington State. But Colorado definitely is no pushover.
Unreal. Colorado, an ATS juggernaut. Troy West, what do you think about this one?
Well, yeah, there was a big happening last night that, I'm not sure Vegas has even caught on to it, but Washington State's number 2 wide receiver, who's a huge impact on this football team, River Craycraft. He's arguably one of the most underrated players in the country. The guy's just been absolutely phenomenal, almost at 300 yards receiving against Cal, 3 touchdowns. The guy's been unbelievable. He tore his ACL. He is out for the year. Wow. This really puts a big damper on Washington State. Now you got Gabe Marks, who's their number 1 target, but you really don't have a true number 2.
And also, I didn't mean to cut you up, but Gabe Marks has been dealing with concussion issues, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yep, he has. No, absolutely he has. He'll play in this game, but I think when you take out the number 2 option and you're really able to focus and dial in on shutting down the number 1 option and you don't have a true number 2, it puts you at an extreme weakness. You're on the road. The following week you have Washington. I think it's a perfect sandwich game. I like Colorado at home. This Colorado team's playing to get in that Pac-12 championship game. Don't get me wrong, Washington State's playing phenomenal football. It's a very, very scary team to bet against, and I necessarily don't like to, but I think this is a great spot for Colorado at home going up against a very banged-up Washington State team that lost a huge part of their team in River Craycraft. So I like Colorado minus.
Nice breakdown. This might be a great play because, again, you don't have to come up with much of a reason to bet on Colorado this year. They've been undervalued week in and week out. And, maybe if they start to become like, a double-digit favorite and getting up and up and up, then you might want to pull back a little bit. But right now, if you have a good reason to bet against the team they're playing and the line isn't that big, that might be a great play there, Mike Brenner. What do you think?
It might be. And, again, with that receiver out, that just puts all the pressure on the number 1, so they're going to be double up on him. If they try to revert to that run game, they're going to run into some problems against that defense. So I don't know. He might be on the right side.
Yeah, Troy West from TroyWins.com. Thanks so much. This is why we have you on week in and week out. Give a quick plug for your website. And before you give a plug for your website, this might be a great play. What do you think? Colorado -4 or is it just a solid play?
I think it's a solid play. Washington State, for whatever reason, they do have some mojo going right now. They're able to throw on just about everybody that they face, but I do think this Colorado secondary is much better than what they faced. We'll see. Colorado, I feel like neither team has really been tested over the last few games. That's why I think it's a great matchup, but I do like the edge here with the injuries. I'll call it a great play, but, like I said, neither of these teams have been tested over the last few weeks. It'll be interesting to see how they test up against each other, but I definitely give Colorado a real nice edge here.
Right. Anything can happen. All right. Troy West's website is TroyWins.com. Tell us quickly about that.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, we had a great weekend. We went 3-2 in college football, 3-1 in the NFL. Just missed the sweep. We ended up swinging and missing on New England last night, but still 3-1 in the NFL, 6-3 overall. Come take a look at TroyWins.com. It's been a great year for us. Happy to give you a free pick. Still kicking ass in the NBA. It's TroyWins.com.
Nice, Troy.
Thanks, Troy.
Go to SBROdds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.